So despite our gaffer sunning it up somewhere, there's still plenty of speculation, plenty of rumours about ins and outs at West Ham, as there always is this time of year. And I just wanted to talk about a few of the names coming out in recent days. Probably the biggest of which is Jadon Sancho. It's been confirmed that Chelsea have paid the £5 million to United to not make his transfer permanent, which has got to hurt as a player, hasn't it? When a club is literally paying a fee not to sign you permanently. And it just sort of highlights the sort of downfall of Jadon Sancho's career recently after what looked like a really promising career. And it doesn't feel like he'll be a Manchester United player for much longer either. I don't think he fits the Amorim system. They've just signed Cunha. He's obviously not performed for United before. So I don't see that one. I see him probably a player that's going to move this window. And it seems like United gave us an initial 24-hour window to declare our interest in the player, which Potter vetoed. If we're sort of reading into this, I mean, this has not been confirmed by anyone. This is just sort of speculation at this point, like I say. But Potter apparently vetoed this straight away, and then United come back and have now given us more time to sort of consider his transfer, which is funny, isn't it? It's almost like United trying to hassle us into a quick move for him, and I can't really blame them because we are the sort of club that would fall for that. And they're saying, right, there's going to be plenty of interest in this player. You've got 24 hours to let us know if you want him or not. And Potter's just gone, well, no, we won't have him then. And they've gone, well, no, think about it. All right, have longer time to think about it. And I still think it's going to be a no. I can't see this one really happening. There's also rumours of a swap deal with Kudus, which is just one underperforming talented player for another. It just feels like out of the frying pan into the fire with that one. So it just feels like a really strange deal to even been spoken about at this stage. I actually really like Jadon Sancho as a player. I think, like I say, at Dortmund, he started off so well and he looked really promising as a player. Had some decent performances for England, not too many, but he looked like a player with plenty of promise, and it just hasn't really worked out for him. And I just think this is the sort of player we need to completely avoid this summer. We need players that are hungry, like determined, want to work hard, want to improve, want to listen to Potter and work into a system as a team. We don't need players on high wages that are just going to come and think that they can just turn up every 5 games and that'll be okay. So I'm hoping this is just purely speculation at this point, lazy journalism, all that kind of stuff, and this one has got no legs in it. One that seems like it has got legs in it, unfortunately, is Aaron Ramsdale. TalkSport yesterday suggesting that we're in further talks with him to sign him. It seems like Potter's really impressed with him. I don't know what he's been watching. And it's about a rumoured fee of around £20 million, which is a little bit more than Brentford paid for Kelleher, which just baffles me that we didn't go all in for him. Now, look, we might have declared our interest and he might have preferred to go to Brentford, which, given the two states of the club at the moment, you can't really blame him. But it just feels like if we did go full out for him, then Kelleher might have been, signing for West Ham rather than Brentford this summer. And that would have been, for me, a much better option than Aaron Ramsdale. This one I talked about before, so I won't go into it too much, but I just don't see him really an upgrade on Areola. You have to take into account how many times he's got relegated now. I know it's not completely his fault. He's been at teams that, you would think would be up for relegation or in a relegation battle. But I just don't. I think you've got to take that into account. I think you've got to take into account that Arteta didn't really want him and brought Raya in to take his place. And it just seems like he can't really catch a break. And I hope West Ham don't offer him one. Put another £20 million with what is apparently going to be quite a small transfer budget into a goalkeeper that doesn't really improve our first 11. So I'm hoping this doesn't happen, but it won't go away. It's one that won't go away. So I think it will be interesting to see how this one develops as the window goes on. But yeah, I'm hoping it's not true. And then the other one I wanted to talk about was Marcus Tavernier. I think that's how you say his name. Forgive me if I've got that wrong. There's been a speculation about us being in talks with him in recent days. X has come out and said that the club are still sticking by the line of sell before you buy, and we're not in talks with really anyone at this stage. So that's that one. It seems like it's been sort of squashed before it's really got going. But there does seem to be interest there, and I can understand why Potter would look at him as a as a good option to bring into the club. His intensity, the way he runs, the way he's pressed a Bournemouth team that is very adept at pressing, is very impressive. And I think those sort of attributes is a player that we want to bring to the club. We need to bring to the club. We talked about legs in midfield, on the wings, pace, physicality. I think Tavernier brings that. He's had 8 goal involvements in the Premier League last season, so not a massive amount, but he didn't play every game. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, this one. It does seem to be interest from our side. It doesn't seem like there's anything concrete going on at the moment. But yeah, it does feel, he does feel like a player of interest at this moment in time. And I feel like if he did come to the club, he would fit in a couple of areas, maybe more like a squad player to battle it out with maybe Somerville when he comes back from injury on the wings. But he also played in midfield for Bournemouth last season. So it feels like it would be a really good squad option to bring into the club. I think a fee of around sort of 20, 25 million quid has been talked about. And again, it's when you've got not got a lot of money, we need to improve the first team. And I do think Tavernier would do that just because our midfield is so all over the place at the moment. But he doesn't feel like a real sort of statement signing. But maybe that's not what we need in this summer. We need more players that are just going to come in and work hard and do a job. And I think he is one of those. So I think this is one we'll come back to. I think this is one that he'll probably have interest from various different clubs, as a lot of Bournemouth players seem to be doing this summer. And yeah, hopefully I would like him to come to the club. I can't lie. I think this would be a good transfer, a good player to bring in, and he would definitely help us in a few areas of the squad that we're definitely lacking. But there doesn't seem to be anything concrete at this time. But this, like I say, this is more just a roundup of the speculation. Don't shoot the messenger, as it were. I'm just trying to bring you up to speed in terms of a few of the things going on at the moment. Like I say, Potter seems to be sunning it up on holiday at the moment, so you'd like to think, well, not like to think, but you think there's not going to be anything concrete coming in the next few days. Not that I think he'll have a massive handle on transfer, but again, that's probably a topic for another day. So yeah, a few interesting names to keep your eye on, and yeah, let's see how they develop up the Hammers.